After the last video I did on portion control, I've had a lot of clients come up and thank me and say that was helpful, and I've been thinking that I should tell about a personal story I've had with portion control. I think you might also find this technique useful. And the technique is keeping a food journal, keeping a food diary. Every once in a while, every year or two, I end up keeping a food journal for a couple of weeks and taking in and getting objective feedback on what I'm actually consuming. And I've been startled in the past to discover what I think I'm consuming is very different from what I actually am when I write it all down and look at it on a piece of paper. One thing in particular I remember noticing was I was having a snack that was supposed to be half a cup of cottage cheese and some berries, and when I measured what I was putting together there, I had over 3/4 of a cup of cottage cheese. So that's a 50% increase. And in fact, that was a trend that was continuing through everything I was doing. So I was getting about 50% more calories a lot of the times than I realized. And no wonder I was feeling like I was getting a little bit pudgy. So the way to go about this is to just track, to make a commitment to write down every single item of food, every item that has calories that enters your mouth. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything you touch for a few days. Keep a couple pieces of paper with you, write them down. We have a specialized proprietary food journaling system that we give to our clients, so if you're a client you can ask for that. But a piece of paper works fine. If you're not a client, just take a piece of paper and write down everything you're eating, and the quantities is really important. Not just I ate nuts, but did you eat 3 macadamia nuts or did you eat a can of macadamia nuts? It's going to make a difference. And that way you'll get objective feedback, and then you can actually determine how to proceed from there. One thing I noticed when I saw this trend of eating about 50% more calories than I thought at times, if I cut back to the number of calories that I knew were appropriate for me, I felt no additional hunger. I felt completely satisfied. In fact, I felt a little bit better. I noticed before I'd been slightly overeating and feeling a little sluggish as a result. And of course, that helped me to stay a little bit leaner. So I hope you find that helpful.